Hi, we're here with Alexis, who works at Economy Drugs, a local independent pharmacy here in Tallahassee. And we are here to ask her some questions about how to stay competitive with all of these CVS and Walgreens in this city. So first of all, Alexis, how long has Economy Drugs been open?
The pharmacy has been in my family, let me say it like that, since 1951. My father and another gentleman, a Mr. who's now a doctor. This gentleman was Mr. Clarence Beverly. He's now become an anesthesiologist and he's retired. The two of them purchased Economy Drug Store from the Jimerson family. Mr. Jimerson, William Jimerson, was a pharmacist who had graduated from Xavier. My dad and Mr. Beverly had graduated from Howard, and they came to Tallahassee, and the drugstore was available. They were both working at FAMU in the hospital pharmacy, in the hospital's pharmacy, and bought the store in 1951. It's been in our family since that time. My niece is a graduate of FAMU's College of Pharmacy, and my mother was in the first class of the College of Pharmacy in 1954. So it's that's how long the drugstore has been in my family, but it's been around for a little bit longer than that. But I think my stubbornness and hard-headedness and my mom's stubbornness and hard-headedness, because now my father is deceased, has just been the driving factor to stay in the pharmacy. I talked to a classmate of mine who has a family pharmacy in the Hillsborough County area. And she just told me that her pharmacy has now closed. And I cried. That was devastating to me, because we can't compete with a $4 prescription that you have a formulary for at, I'll call it the no-name place. And we can't compete with free antibiotics or free medication for diabetes. But we can let you know that we're here and we're going to be here for you. If you call me at 2 a.m. in the morning and wake me up, I'm going to help you with whatever it is that I can help you with. And there are people who know that. I don't admit that I'm going to do that for each and every person. I can't physically be able to do that. But we have families who have now, we're in generations. So people who I knew as children, and they're now adults just as I am. We're helping their children. We would have helped, my father would have helped their mothers and grandmothers, or grandmothers and grandfathers. And so it's a smaller niche, but then you always find people who say, well, I'd like to be able to shop in a pharmacy that just is a clothing store. There's some clothing stores that you hopefully want to shop in because they have that hands-on touch. I was really outdone with my son, who lives in Baltimore, who called me on the phone and said, I'm here in this no-name chain store and I'm feeling so bad. What would you recommend that I take? So the first thing was I blessed him out for being in the no-name pharmacy and said, but okay, since you're sick, and then we went on to talk about what he needed to do. Well, anybody can call me and do that, and you're going to get a person. You're not going to get somebody who's going to tell you that you're talking to a central pharmacy down in some other place, and then you may or may not get the medication that you're asking about getting, because it has to be shipped from that place, that central place, to Tallahassee. You're going to get a family of pharmacists who want to help you. You are not going to be given the $4 prescription, because we can't do that. But if there is the possibility that we can fill something for you for $4, then we might be able to do that if we know that that's all you've got. But it's a struggle. It is a challenge. I don't try to, I'm not in it to make the 6 figures that you all are going to make when you become pharmacists. I'm there because I love what I do. And I would hope that that would come across to the people that I serve and the people that I help, so that they realize that that's the reason I'm there. Another pharmacist who interned with us and who has a pharmacy in Mississippi was telling me that he does the same kind of thing that I might do on a weekend. He might work in another pharmacy, and he will do that for some of the information that he can get with working in another place, for the benefits that he's able to get in working in another place. So he and his wife do the kinds of things that I have done. So it's definitely difficult, but I wouldn't tell anybody not to do it. I wouldn't tell anybody to not try it for a little while. Try working in an independent pharmacy and just get to know people. Be in the pharmacy for what you can do to help the people that you want to help, so that you are able to be able to give them whatever information you can give them. We have advertising strategies that are smaller. This past Valentine's Day, we coupled with a person who has a kiosk in our store, and most of the month of February, one of the radio stations was talking about what could be done with these gift baskets that the person has, as well as shopping in Economy Drugstore. So it might not be something where you're going to see Economy Drugstore on the radar all the time. But if I have the opportunity to go into a club that someone might belong to and speak to the people in that club, go into a neighborhood, my neighborhood association, your neighborhood association, and talk about the kinds of things that we would be able to provide for you in our pharmacy. Those are the kinds of things that we do. And that's a way of advertising. It's a way of getting the name out there.
Right.
Flyers, we may pass around flyers to new students who come in, that kind of thing, since Tallahassee is a real college town, so we try to adhere to that kind of thing. We will let new students know through their parents that they're right there near the college, or they're right around the corner from where we live, or we saw the cards in the church, something like that, so that they can shop with us.
So, since our presentation is about marketing and advertising strategies, when it comes to independent, just to be clear, it's about finding your niche, basically, since you can't be competitive with like the no-name pharmacies do the $4 or the antibiotics or whatnot. But it is, like you said, going above and beyond, doing that extra, either waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, or maybe having to go out to a club or a church and saying, hey, we're here to help you. And
those little different marketing strategies that you find that you have to do. Being a member of the Chamber of Commerce. So being a member of the Chamber of Commerce, then you're getting the inroads and the contacts with the other people in the Chamber of Commerce. That's a way of marketing that's helpful. Whatever it is that is not the norm. I mean, the big spread in the paper, the cents off that you would get for shopping and buying this or buying that, you know, something like that is not necessarily something that we're going to do. If you transfer your prescription, you'll get this. That's not something that we're going to try to do. We know that we are unable to compete with that. But if we keep a steady presence in the community, in and around the community, and try to let people as best we can, never saying no to students who ask us to do something like this, so that there are 4 more students now who know about Economy Drugstore. So instead of your shopping in whatever place you might be shopping in for your prescription items that you may go to, then you may think about going to the Economy Drugstore, or to Eastwood Pharmacy, or to Stewart's Pharmacy. Those are the only 3 independent pharmacies that are here in Tallahassee now. And there are very, very few who are in and around. So you have some other kind of added appeal to the community. You have to do that so that you can stay. If it turns out that with everything that we have tried to do, we still see that that's not working,
Right.
then, you know, you have to do what you have to do. But again, I'm stubborn.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for your time.
And we are open on some holidays.
You are open.
Sure.
One of our questions was if they were open on holidays.
Yeah, some holidays, but no, not. No, we take advantage of most holidays, most big holidays, just like other places don't take advantage of those holidays anymore. They're open, but the pharmacies are not open. So I think practically every pharmacy takes advantage of most holidays, and we do that also.
Very good. Very good. Well, thank you so much for your time. And again, lots of students are watching this, so can you tell them one more time where you are located?
Economy Drugstore, 319 North Macomb Street, right in Tallahassee, in what's called Frenchtown.
All right. Thank you very much. Nice meeting you.
And I'm just sorry that I didn't have more